The thing that I liked most about Michael Jordan as a player was the fact that I didn't have to try to guard him. If you had a poor defensive scheme, he was going to fill the hoop up until you either figured it out or the game was over and you lost the game. Some of his acrobatic
Jordan Challenge 4. So watch and enjoy. Hit like and subscribe kung ganahan mo sa itong gameplay video. So para ma-notify mo, subscribe, no? Sa wala pa ka-subscribe.
Crosstown traffic and the green line whizzing by overhead on this calm winter night in Chicago.
Welcome
but not for
to
long.
The All-Star Game. Get up and get loud for your West All-Stars. At forward, making his 7th All-Star appearance, the standout veteran of the Denver Nuggets, 6'7", Alex English. Making his All-Star debut, the front court star of the Utah Jazz, the mailman, 6'9", Karl Malone. The man in the middle, an All-Star, each of his 4 pro seasons from the Houston Rockets, 7 feet, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. At guard, making his first All-Star appearance, the virtual star of the Denver Nuggets, 6'3", Lafayette Fat Lever. And the NBA leader in assists in his 8th All-Star game from the Los Angeles Lakers, 6'9",
Magic Johnson.
The head coach of the West All-Stars is Brad Nelson. Let's hear it for your West All-Stars. And now,
West All-Star
the starting
versus
lineup
East.
for the Eastern Conference.
Okay.
At forward, a 3-time most valuable player, an All-Star each of his 9 seasons from the Boston Celtics, 6'9", Larry Bird. He's one of the NBA's most exciting players. In his 3rd All-Star game from the Atlanta Hawks, 6'8", Dominique Wilkins. The man in the middle, an All-Star for the 10th time. One of the game's most rugged rebounders from the Washington Bullets, 6'10", Moses Malone. At guard, the most valuable player of the 1984 and 1986 All-Star games. This Chicagoan is making his 7th All-Star appearance from the Detroit Pistons. 6'1", Isaiah Thomas.
Michael Jordan.
Leader in scoring and steals. An All-Star each of his 4 seasons. The charismatic star of the Chicago Bulls, 6'6",
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. The head coach of the East All-Stars is Mike Fratello.
Welcome everyone to Chicago for the 1988 All-Star Game. By my side, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter tonight, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. And Clark, this is the 2nd time Chicago has hosted this mid-season classic.
Yeah, you go back to 1973, that's when they hosted their first one. The East won it 104-84 back then. That was the lowest combined score in an All-Star game, Kevin, since the 1950s.
We'll see if then tonight, Clark, they can surpass that total.
I would think they could. No shortage of scores on either side. I expect an up-tempo, fast-paced game. An exciting game. Plenty of highlights and buckets.
Cannot wait. And your West All-Stars, Fat Lever and Magic Johnson, the guards, Alex English and Karl Malone, the forward spots, and
steal.
For the East, it's Moses Malone inside, and Dominique Wilkins with Larry Bird, the forwards. And in the backcourt, Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan.
And you look at Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, rivals since college. Early on, no love lost between them, but over time, they've become friends.
First personal foul. 2nd team foul.
English the pass to Malone. And the foul
Wait,
called on Michael Jordan.
Michael.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Hindi kasi sensitively.
See Larry and Magic together in those Converse ads. They've become really the faces of the NBA.
And Kevin, I think they've inherited the mantle from the great Dr. J. He's done such a great job representing the league all these years. And certainly he's left it in good hands with those two.
Yeah, that's a great comparison. Now,
Nice
miss
one.
by Hakeem. Tremendous pass from Bird. He can do it all. And tonight's All-Star MVP will have a $5,000 check presented
Uy,
from their
pinirong
name
yapon sa...
to the Thurgood Marshall Black Education Fund.
A great
Naging
cause in honor of
40 ang
a
score ni Jordan.
terrific American.
Here's Jordan. The West All-Stars getting their last shot to go.
Whoa, Paul.
Using that strength of his to get into the defense to draw the foul on the way up.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
East, Michael Jordan. 2 shots.
Both shots
Nice.
good from the stripe. And the Eastern
Walis,
All-Stars
walis.
favored to win tonight.
Star power and firepower. Veteran IQ and smart.
Ay, backcourt.
The West has quite a bit of talent too.
Indeed they do.
They do? Sure.
Johnson
Uy.
up top, guarded by
Bang.
Jordan. And it's good, 2 points. And Magic Johnson, Clark, made it clear coming into this game that he wanted the challenge of defending the great Michael Jordan.
He certainly did. And the West as a team will certainly have their work cut out for him trying to...
Michael Jordan!
And if there was a snub, Clark, for this year's All-Star game, many felt it was the sharpshooter Dale Ellis of the Sonics.
Well, you take a look at what he's done. He's
Wala yan,
the
wala
only
yan.
top 10
So-
scorer in the NBA who was not an All-Star.
Yeah, the Tennessee Volunteers should be here. Outside Jordan. On the wing, Bird. Wilkins outside.
Sayang nga to eh. Lali
Good
Barb.
ball movement here by the East. And it's Bird with the jam.
How about this list? Players who have never missed an All-Star game in their careers. Jerry West,
Lali
Bob Pettit, Larry
Bird.
Bird, Isaiah Thomas,
Kuya
and
ng
Hakeem
bola.
Olajuwon. Those
Oh!
last 3 playing here tonight.
Miss
Clark,
Wilkins.
wide
Ay,
open, high scoring both ways.
These tremendous All-Stars are putting on a tremendous show, Kevin.
What a blast.
Michael
On the
Jordan!
assist by Thomas. Jordan's got 6. And Michael Jordan, not only last season's leading scorer by a mile, but Clark Kellogg this season, he is in the running for the Defensive Player of the Year.
He is the true definition of a two-way player. Gets it done at a high level at both ends.
And Michael Jordan winning the
Ah!
contest yesterday.
Layup.
Can he add to his trophy case tonight?
Kevin, I think his teammates want to see him win the MVP. I think they're going to give him as many touches as he
Kaya
needs
sila sa
to
Korea.
have a chance to do it.
Tadi-tadi.
It'll be fun to watch. And here's Malone. He'll bring it up for the East. Trailing by
Ah,
2.
wala!
No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Johnson surveying the floor. Lever against Thomas. With the floater.
Wow, balak!
And Lever lays it in.
Lever.
Larkin amidst this all-star celebration, labor negotiations between the players and the NBA continue.
Yan!
Trying to find their way through this current impasse, Kevin, and looking to avoid any interruptions to this game that we all have a love affair with.
Yeah, I know you and I hope they can find some common ground.
Ay!
Please make it happen soon.
And there's the call on Michael Jordan.
Third personal foul
That'll
na.
be his 3rd foul so far.
God!
Passes it to Olajuwon. Back to Johnson.
Oh, nice play,
Johnson
guy.
with the
Oh.
dunk.
Magic Johnson in his 8th All-Star game now, 2nd in All-Star votes this year, and he hosted
Ay!
the All-Star game in the summer in LA as a fundraiser. And I understand it's quite an event.
And an exhibition game with plenty of motivation for these stars nonetheless. For more, let's say hello to David Aldridge.
Thanks very
Aye.
much. Now, I was talking to Larry Bird about his goals for the matchup, and he said, I think our job is to
Nah.
get the ball to Michael Jordan, get him into
Aye.
the game, and get the crowd into
So
the
na.
game. So if Bird has anything to do with it, Michael Jordan will be the MVP. And that would be poetic justice this weekend.
It's Michael Jordan.
Especially where we are. Well said, David. Thank you. Jordan Clark, obviously, in front of his hometown crowd. He loves it, and they really love it.
No doubt about it, Kevin. And think about the fans in Chicago.
Larry
They
Bird,
love
hello.
basketball. And I can expect, and you can too, a ton of energy, some extra adrenaline anytime Michael touches the ball.
Clark, this city is on fire with Jordan, aren't they? I mean, they love him, and they think about what's to come. My goodness.
Smoking.
Yeah. Hey, Clark, the record for points in the
Ui.
All-Star game is 42, set
Come
by
on,
Wilt
Roy,
Chamberlain
the one is
back in the
Jordan.
1962 All-Star game.
And you know, a lot of Wilt's records seem virtually untouchable, but I don't think that one is. With all these great scores,
Foul pag yun.
it might be broken tonight.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun? And starting last season, Clark, Michael Jordan's scoring went through the roof.
Personal foul.
Averaging over 37 points per game,
Nice.
partner, and he's kept close to that pace this season as well. Remarkable.
Amazing and remarkable, right? Wow. The
Yeah.
West All-Stars making a switch here. Drexler's checked in. Johnson finds Malone. And there's the pass to English. Lock at 6.
English.
Olajuwon in the high post.
Layan.
Foul. Coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
What Akeem provides for his team is a rock-solid foundation. They can rely on him on both ends and build schemes around his talent.
And some changes here for the East. Ewing comes in for Moses Malone. And it's Rivers in for Thomas. That's gonna
Ay,
be
backcourt
bad. Not
relation.
much of a line
Wala ko
that
si
time.
Jordan.
Brad Doherty is checked in for the East.
In for your East All-Stars, Brad Doherty.
English outside. Pass to Drexler. Poked away.
Nice. Oh.
Malone, the bounce pass. And English kicks to Malone. Shot clock at 5. The West All-Stars need to get a shot off
balakan.
here. And it's blocked by Jordan.
With defensive prowess and nearly a 7-foot wingspan, it's a lot harder to get a clean look than most guys.
The West making some changes. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Olajuwon. Worthy comes in for Karl Malone. And McDaniel has subbed in for English. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the most All-Star appearances by far in NBA history.
Whoa!
All-Star in every season of his career except one.
Yeah,
And in that year, he was injured.
Yeah, and at 40 years of age, matter of fact, the youngest player tonight was only 4 years old when Kareem made his first All-Star appearance. That player, Brad Doherty.
No kidding.
That's right.
And Michael Jordan won the dunk contest last night, and man, was it great. What a thriller. He and Dominique Clark put on a great show, and you could tell they both wanted it so badly.
Nice.
The home court advantage gave Michael Jordan Clark the edge.
Out lagi mo.
And there was another winner from last night, and that was Larry Bird, taking home the trophy in the three-point shootout. And he didn't even need to take off his warm-ups
Abdul-Jabbar.
to handle his business.
Clark, somebody told me he looked at the rest of the competitors and said, okay, who's going to be in second place here? Who's going to finish behind
Sounds
me?
just like him.
Wala yan.
Here's McDaniel. Following the basket by Michael Jordan. Worthy finds Drexler.
Sige.
Here's
Oh,
Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, good.
The East All-Stars go the other way with it. To the inside.
Oh, wala.
West
Wala.
All-Stars ball.
West All-Stars ball.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
Close games often come down to who makes the big plays on defense.
Uy.
And that is one heck of a rejection right there.
The West leading by 4. Johnson, the pass to Worthy. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, the poise that Worthy brings to his game, I mean, it's impressive. He keeps his cool even in tough situations. He always seems to allow the game to come to him.
And Kareem looking to set the career record for all-star scoring. Isn't that something?
It really is. Needs just 10 points to do it, Kevin, and you gotta love his chances. I mean, that's a layup for him, pun intended.
A good one.
Zero hesitation. Jordan showing complete confidence in his shooting ability.
Outside, Drexler.
East foul.
West All-Stars shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Personal foul.
And he makes the first.
Shooting for West
Shut
All-Stars,
Babe.
Clyde Drexler.
Both free throws good from Drexler. The East trail by 6. Jordan looking it over. Lets it go from deep. They get it back. Ewing outside for Jordan. Ewing dishes to Doherty. And here's Jordan outside. Johnson. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the West. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Another spoon-fed basket from Magic.
And Kareem at 40, still handling his business, getting it done. 15 points a game on 54% shooting from the field. For a 40-year-old, that is excellent production from the center position.
Here's Jordan. The West All-Stars pull it in. There's 1:40 left to play in the first quarter. Here's McDaniel. Magic Johnson delivers passes with such pinpoint accuracy. Wow. And Clark, with his strength and quickness, Xavier McDaniel, a very tough guy to cover.
Well, he's versatile. We talk about that strength and athleticism. 92% of the time in his career, he scored in double figures. Very consistent.
My goodness. There's got to be some excitement, maybe even, Clark, some butterflies playing in the All-Star game. You want to prove you belong out there.
I agree with that, and there can also be the temptation to try to do a little too much, maybe get flashy, but with these players still getting a feel for each other in the flow, a lot to be said for making the simple play.
Nevertheless, a great honor. Passes it to McDaniel. Rivers against Drexler. And the pass to Johnson.
Defense mo.
Here's McDaniel. Doherty defending. Had a hand on it. To the middle. Back to Rivers. And it's Jordan. That time on the assist by Rivers. And now just a 4-point less All-Star lead. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Drexler kicks to Johnson. Some nice passing here by the West. Goes up to the stripe. Good. And the West leads by 6. Well, Clark, there was some question whether James Worthy would actually play in this All-Star game.
Yeah, he's dealing with some tendonitis in his knee, and because of that, I think his minutes very well could be limited.
Yeah, he's got to pay attention to the big picture, doesn't he?
Yep.
Here's McDaniel. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Patrick Ewing.
You know, the size of Abdul-Jabbar typically overwhelms defense, especially when he's operating close to the rim, forcing them to act as he draws the foul.
Jordan against Drexler. The 3. Oh, and he gets it to go! Nails the buzzer beater! Big time boost. And so it's the West All-Stars with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Welcome back, everyone, to the 1988 All-Star Game here in Chicago. As these great fans hope Michael Jordan can bring home the win and the MVP hardware. Ewing is out there with Bird. Then there's Doherty. Then there's Ames. And it's Jordan in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars.
And the head coach of the East, Mike Fratello, his first time coaching in the All-Star game.
He's shooting free throws, number 4 in 5 here.
You know, there's so much that's amazing to me about Jordan, but his endurance stands out. He consistently gets stronger, it seems, as the game goes on.
Now, here's Lever. The grace of Hakeem Olajuwon. Something special to see. And Clark, when you look at Hakeem Olajuwon's Houston Rockets, here is a team making a lot of moves.
I tell you what, they're trading Joe Barry and Sleepy Floyd, paying huge dividends. They're certainly on the rise in my mind.
Yeah, a lot of people like those moves. How about that? Mike's a terrific friend of yours and mine, and Fratello's Hawks recently moved into first place in the East after the Cavs beat the Celtics. Clark enabling him to become the coach of the East All-Stars.
So don't be surprised if the Cavs' Brad Daugherty gets extended minutes in his first All-Star appearance.
Oh, palaka ni Jordan!
That's yours.
And Daugherty kicks to Bird. Pass to Jordan. The three. That's good, and it's Daugherty with the assist. Jordan's got 4 this quarter.
You look at Daugherty's assist numbers, and they are tremendous for a center. Brad has excellent vision of the floor.
Defense. Defense.
Pass to Lever.
Defense. Defense. Nice,
Stolen
Ainge.
by Ainge.
Larry
It's good.
Bird.
This game is all even. Bird's got his second basket of the game.
Larry Bird had it going last night at the Legends game.
galis na
Trying
on.
to fill it up tonight as well.
And the foul called on Larry Bird.
First personal
That is his first foul of the game.
team.
And the East All-Stars making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
Thomas is checked in. The West All-Stars also with the sub. English is checked in.
Ay!
Jawan with the dunk. And the West has made their imprint here in the early going, Clark.
Unfazed by those that are predicting otherwise. They're playing with a lot of confidence and maybe a little bit of an edge, too.
Ainge. Ano, napalakan niya.
Good to see Malone working hard on the defensive end. His team appreciates that type of effort.
Palakan
And
ko
here's
po.
Jordan outside. Passes to Ainge. 6 on the shot clock. Goes back up. Jordan
Oh,
with the nice bucket inside.
nice.
Jordan's got it all tied up now for the East All-Stars. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the West All-Stars. Here he goes.
Wala yan, wala yan.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Now the East All-Stars with it. The pass to Thomas.
Hey! Yan, reverse. Hey.
It's Lever on the wing.
Look, bilulugi siya
Pass
si
to
Lever.
Johnson.
Grabe,
They
kung
double team
ano ba ko
Johnson.
shot yun?
Here's English. Malone trying to break free. And English, the bucket on the assist by Johnson.
Mandagan ni English.
Johnson's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Up.
Danny Ainge on the wing. Defended by Lever. Here's
What
Jordan.
the?
Banked in off the glass. Jordan's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And Jordan is simply amazing at finishing through contact. Doesn't matter what you throw at him.
Nice.
He finds a way to score.
Ainge. Laki na po ninyo.
The shot from the low post is good. Ainge has got the lead up to 2 now for the East All-Stars.
And Danny Ainge making his All-Star debut in year 7. Having the
Oy,
best season of
batay
his
si
career. He
Thomas.
went from a singles hitter in pro baseball to a long-distance laser in the NBA.
And here early, Clark, the East has the edge.
Nice.
You look at that team on the East squad, an embarrassment of
Oh,
riches. They got so many weapons. I think it simply comes down to execution for them.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge with a report on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Thank you, Kevin. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the oldest All-Star in history.
Nice.
This
Oh,
is
wala.
his 17th game. No one else has been in more than 13. To put that into context, there were 6 players in yesterday's Legends
What
game
the?
that were
Nice.
younger than
Oh,
Kareem.
Kareem.
Magic Johnson says he respects Kareem more than anyone I know because of the pride this man has in whatever he does. Kevin, back to you.
He is a very proud individual. David, thank you. And Kareem's coming out here, Clark, after spending 2 days in bed with strep throat. I mean, it's remarkable.
And Kevin, that's exactly the pride Magic was talking about, and that's why it
What?
seems like every game we do,
Oh, talabas!
adding to some type of record that he's already established tonight, he could very well become the leading scorer in the history of the All-Star game.
Isn't that phenomenal? They call him captain for a reason. He is truly the leader of this entire NBA.
Yes, sir.
English with no one around.
Ay, shit.
The master of the mid-range, Alex English.
You know, people said Alex English was
English.
too light of frame, too skinny, not athletic enough. Well, how about this? He's playing in his 7th straight All-Star game. So much for being too skinny.
Here's Johnson. after the
This
made
is
shot
Miranda.
from Michael Jordan. Lever against Thomas. Here's
Oh!
and Magic Johnson with the slam.
Magic Johnson leads the league in assists, and he's also got the most assists in All-Star game history. He processes the game at another level, folks. And so far, I like the effort from both teams. It's an exhibition, but each team showing great pride. They're getting after it.
The West trails by 4. Johnson, the pass to English.
Oh! Wala yun, go!
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Jordan, outside Thomas. Back to Jordan. Malone trying to break free.
Oh!
Rebound. Outside Thomas. By
Ay!
Lever. Pass break. Here comes
Oh, wala lagi.
English misses.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially
Sanas!
So much talent on each side, but they got to develop that chemistry on the fly, don't they?
Exactly, and that's what the coaches will be looking for down the stretch. Which group of players really complement one another and give you the best chance to win?
Here's English. Isaiah Thomas picking up that last basket.
Nice bird! Ay!
English looking around.
Pag-ibig!
Just 5 to shoot.
What?
John's first attempt. Malone can't hit. The East leading by 6. Outside Thomas.
Oh!
Back to Jordan. Here's McHale.
Ay, sayang!
And the West will go the other way now.
Oh!
Lever. None better than Magic Johnson orchestrating the fast break.
And Fat Lever, snubbed a year ago, now a first-time All-Star, well-deserved. He leads the league in triple-doubles, one of the original stat sheet stuffers, averaging 9 rebounds a game as well, best by a mile for NBA guards.
And the East All-Star.
Time out.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
Catching up
Jordan! Up
Dominique Wilkins. He's checked in for McCain. And it's Rivers in for Thomas. The West also making some changes. Abdul-Jabbar is checked in for Elijah. Worthy comes in for Malone. And it's Drexler in for
Okay!
So we get some help.
Star!
And Coach Mike Fratello, a colleague of ours, coaching in the All-Star game, standing tall amongst a bunch of tall guys in the NBA. You know, his dad was an amateur boxer, and I think that background gives Mike a lot of confidence as a coach. He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Pass to Malone. Good ball movement here by the East. 11 feet away.
Ay, layo out
West
na
grabs
tuloy.
the miss. And Clark, not easy for these coaches to put their stamp on the game. Only a 1-hour practice yesterday to get acquainted and move through some sets.
And you know, Kevin, it's not about necessarily
2 minutes, last 2
practice
minutes.
time. A few offensive sets is all that's needed. I think it's how you
Layan.
manage the players and give them a platform to have fun and do what they do.
That's a good point. Now, here's Malone.
Roy
By
Malone.
Fat Lever. And it's in
Nice.
there. Malone's got the lead up to 6 now for the East All-Stars. And Moses Malone Clark, the wily veteran for the Washington Bullets.
And you know, Kevin, as Coach Wes Unseld says, Malone has really added a level of aggressiveness to the Washington Bullets.
And he brings Clark a championship pedigree to the team.
No doubt.
Aguaya's checked in for English. Here's Lever.
Guys.
Drexler with the bounce pass. Aguirre kicks to Lever.
Aguirre.
4 on the
Go,
clock.
go.
Back to Aguirre.
Wala yan.
West again, cannot hit. And so Bird will bring it up for the East All-Stars.
Nice one,
Here's
yeah.
Wilkins. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
Nice one.
Jordan's got his 7th assist in the game. The West trails by 8.
Whoop.
Lever
Whoop,
passes
whoop.
to Drexler. A 3 from Aguirre.
Ah.
3-point range.
Aguirre.
Aguirre's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Jordan passes to
Oh,
Malone.
balon! Ang shot na yan.
It's
Wala.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got his 4th rebound in this
Uy.
one. And the dunk by Worthy. And James Worthy here in Clark, his 3rd All-Star game.
Yeah, I was part of the 82 draft when Worthy was the #1 pick
Nice.
out of North Carolina.
Alam
He
mo
can
ba
hurt
shot
you on the
ko ba,
block
Oban?
as well as in transition.
So refresh our
Please,
memory.
hello?
He was #1. Where were you taking?
I was number 8,
That's
Kevin.
right.
Number 8.
That's right. I knew
Ah,
that was
na.
what
Sana
you
ta. Awan ra.
Lever kicks to Drexler. Back to Lever. Drexler against Jordan. Here's Lever. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Moses Malone.
Constantly applying pressure on the defense. Lever gets himself to the stripe.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. West All-Stars out in front as they end the period on a 9-0 run. And
Yun ba? Second quarter.
And we welcome you back to the second half of the 1988 All-Star Game here in Chicago. Great performances from these players, whether it's their first time participating or their 17th. On the floor for the West All-Stars, they've got Lever.
Shot agad si Malone.
Olajuwon is out there with Malone. Then there's English. And it's Johnson in at the point.
You know, you get into the latter stages of the game, and it's normal to wonder who will take home the MVP trophy. It's certainly one of those accolades that's mentioned when you talk about the great ones.
Johnson against Jordan. Just and then Johnson with the jam.
Magic doing a little self-serve, going vertical on him.
And of the players in tonight's All-Star Game, Clark, 2 have won. Michael Jordan now with 42 points, Clark. He has tied the record for scoring in an All-Star Game.
A piece of history. Boy, is he special.
Passes it to Malone. Shoots
Wala
over
yan,
third,
wala yan.
and it's Malone missing.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Jordan, the pass to Bird. Back to Jordan. At the elbow, it's Bird. Johnson against Jordan.
Hey!
Deflects off the backboard. Fat Lever is a remarkable rebounder for a player his size. Johnson kicks to English.
Ay, grabe ni Jack English yun.
And the clock not
Malsan
in
ka kami ng
Kareem's
Pilipino.
favor as far as setting this record clock.
And he's not even on the floor. The West
Larry
has to at least give him that
Bird.
chance.
And that one is good. Bird's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And Larry Bird winning 3 straight MVP awards from 1983 to 1986.
You know who the last player was to do that?
I'm going back to the 60s. Something. You tell me.
Yeah,
I know
it's
you
Bill
know.
Russell.
Yeah, right.
It's
of
Bill
course.
Russell, 1960 to 63.
Of course. I'm glad we bring him up. A legend.
Yep. Whenever Olajuwon has the ball now, he wants to take the
Tapos
defense
lagi.
to school.
And it's a new single-game record in scoring for the All-Star Game.
Michael
Set right in front of us
Jordan.
by Michael Jordan.
What an incredible athlete, Kevin. And it seems whatever he sets his mind to do, he can do it.
Sige, sunod
Impressive.
English.
Now, Lever. He has 6. Olajuwon outside.
Uy, nalagpot sa gawas ang isa.
And then Olajuwon with the dunk.
Hey, it's inexcusable not putting a body on a king. I mean, you deserve to get cooked when you don't do that.
Inside.
Malone.
Olajuwon with the rebound. Olajuwon's got 5 rebounds tonight. English dishes to Olajuwon. Good. Great play by English to set it up. English has got 3 assists tonight. And the East is trailing.
And, you know, a lot of these fans, Kevin, are really behind them. But in an all-star game, I think they really just want to see highlight plays from both sides.
Shot.
I know you and I do.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, goal.
That
Wala.
shot off the mark. Wilkins
Click,
with the
click,
defensive
click,
effort. It's Thomas on the wing.
On the
And he
wing.
uses the glass on the wing.
Nice.
Thomas got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, inside, the defense goes all out trying to stop Thomas, but he stays focused and manages to get around him for the bucket.
Johnson
Sige,
wide
testing
open
him.
look. Offensive rebound.
Oy, balak.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance
Oh,
at the
yeah.
line.
You know, I think that was a message-sending foul.
Nah,
there.
wala.
They're not going to
Wala
allow
ang lagi.
any easy buckets at the rim.
For West All-Stars,
And he's good on the second. And so it's Wilkins who brings up the ball for the East.
Hey, Jordan.
Jordan down low. He's
Oh.
against Lever.
Yay.
And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. It's stolen by Wilkins. On the wing, Burke. Wants to get it to Malone and does. Counted.
Nice.
Malone's got the game tied up here for the East All-Stars.
Moses Malone is not only a 6-time rebounding champ, but he's also a 10-time All-Star. He gives the Washington Bullets some real muscle inside.
Here's Malone.
Mm.
Pulled in by the East. Malone's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Wilkins.
Oh.
Picking up the assist. Wilkins has got 6 points.
And Dominique Wilkins is the go-to scorer for the Hawks, no question about that. And he's embraced that leadership role as well. Obviously a huge part of the Hawks' success.
And the East.
Oh.
Living up to that favored and top billing and giving these fans quite a show.
This offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Everybody sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you really hard to defend. Boy, what a ruthless, wicked dribble move that time by Jordan. Threw his defender off and got the space he needed to fire.
Hey, laki na, laki na.
Here's Elijah
Ayan.
And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Olajuwon's got 9 points in the quarter.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway.
Ah!
The shot that's available.
Stolen by Magic. Magic in his element, pushing the
Patay
pace.
pa.
You know, seeing Magic pick a pocket is not rare, but him running the whole floor on a
Ay,
solo
ay,
fast
ay.
break, that's special.
Timeout called East All-Stars. Hakeem Olajuwon with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Catching up on the changes for the East.
Uy.
Brad Doherty is checked in for Malone.
On.
Ewing comes in for
Labuang nga
Burke,
to,
and
eh.
Danny Ainge is subbed in for Wilkins.
team foul.
The West All-Stars also changing it up. Donaldson, he's checked in for Malone. McDaniel comes in for English. And it's Drexler in for Lever.
Nice.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 6.
And Ainge this season has hit a three-pointer in 23 consecutive games. That's an NBA record, and that is his game, making threes.
Here's McDaniel. Olajuwon trying to break free. And the 6'8 forward from the Seattle Supersonics, Xavier McDaniel.
Now in year 3, he's got to be excited,
Nice.
making his very first All-Star appearance.
Naging new
Strong
gilis
player from
sila.
Wichita State.
Yung
You know, there's
shot.
been talk about adding a
Uminom
third
na
referee
sila.
to NBA games. The commissioner and the rules committee are in favor of it, and they plan to put it before the board of governors at the next meeting.
Olajuwon can't hit.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
West
Uy.
All-Stars foul.
Abdul-Jabbar is checked in for the West.
Daniel. First personal foul. First team foul. West All-Star substitution. Kareem
Substitution red. Nakalakopat.
Inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jordan's got 8 points in the quarter. And Clark, with 3 officials working games, do you think that'll result in more fouls being called, more eyes on the ball? They can pick up a lot more, certainly, with more guys out there.
Yeah, you know, I think,
Defense.
Kevin, it might be the case early on with the third official, but over time it'll smooth itself out. Off the ball, you know, some things you could get away with in the past. Maybe not so much with three officials out there. The #1 overall pick in 1985, and it was an all-star rookie season for Patrick Ewing. Hurt last year. To see him back where he belongs, right in the all-star game. When it comes to distributing the ball, nobody does it better than Magic. When one of his guys has a clean look, the ball is there quickly and on target.
Lord Michael Jordan.
That time on the assist by Ewing.
Michael Jordan lang scorer.
He's got 4 assists in the game. The West trails by 4 on Kareem running low on time to set that scoring record, Clark.
Kevin, there's still enough time left in my mind for him to do it. I would love to see it happen. No guarantees that he gets back to this game next year.
Abdul-Jabbar.
Yes.
Ainge grabs the board. And the East
Jordan.
has possession. And the layup falls. Jordan's got 52 points.
Another big night for Jordan. What a natural scorer he is. MJ simply can do it all.
McDaniel, the pass to Johnson.
Defense.
Here's McDaniel. Thomas covering.
And McDaniel can jam it down now, put in his height and bounce to good use on these dunks.
Now here's Jordan. What an incredible
nice Thomas.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Pit.
And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Johnson, the pass to Drexler.
Defense.
Back to Johnson. The basket good off the assist from Drexler. Drexler's got his 5th assist in this one. Right side, Jordan. Good ball movement here by the East.
Pataka
Contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, you know, it's never easy trying to defend Ewing inside, which is why he gets fouled.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. McHale's checked in for the East. Rivers comes in for Thomas. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Worthy comes in for Donaldson. And Aguirre's subbed in for McDaniel. Johnson with it. And it's McHale picking him up. A 3 from Aguirre. Rebound by the East All-Stars. Ewing's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Rivers. Johnson with the block.
Goes to show you how well Johnson anticipates, sees the shot forming, and is able to get a hand on it. A native Chicagoan, Glenn Doc Rivers, a first-time All-Star. He said 5 years ago he sat in the same hotel and cried because he wasn't drafted in the first round. Now, same setting, script has been flipped. It all comes full circle for Doc. Yeah, you know, Johnson plays with such confidence and effervescence in the open floor. You never know what he's going to do, but most of the time, he makes a good decision. And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch him.
And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for the East All-Star. His stat line has been terrific. As the quarter ends, he's already got a double-double. And we'll be right back after this.
Double.
Welcome back to Chicago for the 1988 All-Star Game. The grand finale of what's been a tremendous weekend to celebrate the NBA.
You take a look at the landscape of the NBA, and I tell you what, that Central Division, dominant. How about this? 36 games above 500 combined.
They've got Ewing. Rivers out there with Michael Jordan. Then there's Kevin McHale. And it's Wilkins in at the small forward.
Irving.
So that's the 5 in the game for the East. Ball's knocked loose. Now the pass to Drexler. Releases from 15, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Drexler's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the West All-Stars. Well, you look at that Central Division, all 6 teams on pace to make the playoffs.
And, you know, Chicago got off to that great start, Kevin. Then they cooled off just a bit. Now tied with Detroit at 3 games behind Atlanta. Those teams are graped up pretty good.
Aguirre passes to Malone. Back to Aguirre. Shot clock at 6. To the paint.
Wala.
Rebounded by
Nice.
Ewing. Ewing's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's McHale. That
Ooh.
drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
This is the 4th All-Star game for the Celtics' Kevin McHale. Kids at home who want to learn how to score in the post, just put the isolated catch.
Oh.
McHale, please. Moves on top of moves in the paint. You know, the alley-oop is a two-part play, folks. It takes a great pass, but it's much easier to execute the pass when you're throwing it to Clyde Drexler. The glide, getting up and down.
Down the stretch
Nice.
here, the East, Clark, out in front.
Getting it done. It's been such a fun game to watch. Entertaining from both sides.
It sure has been.
And the 6'9" forward, Karl Malone out of Louisiana Tech, playing for the Utah Jazz. Tonight, he's wearing number 7 to honor the great Pete Maravich.
Ay, abi na ako.
Himself was a 3-time All-Star with the New Orleans Jazz.
Ooh.
No good. Pass to Ewing. The size and aggression of Patrick Ewing inside.
And with Patrick Ewing leading the way, the New York Knicks finally competitive again. The big man has
Why?
found a rapport with rookie point guard Mark Jackson. They are a team on the rise. Book that. Hey, best of luck trying to slow Akeem down. Going up for a full-strength power jam.
Dos.
Wilkins kicks to Jordan. Pass to Ewing. And the layup is good. Ewing's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, down low, Ewing's strength gives him the upper hand. He's pretty agile as well, helping him push through the contact.
On the wing, Drexler, guarded by Jordan. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That hard to spot an illegal screen.
And the East with some changes. Malone's checked in for Ewing. And Larry Bird sub for McHale. The West All-Stars also with the sub. English, he's checked in for Aguirre. Pass to Bird.
Ay.
Jordan inside. Drexler
Nice.
defending. And there's Michael Jordan, the assist by Rivers.
You know, this is why Jordan is such an effective scorer. Picks his spots really well inside. And after the Central Division, the Midwest has been the second most competitive division. Those teams are sitting at 10 games over 500. And at 26 points per game, Drexler ranks 7th in the league in scoring. His Blazers playing catch up with the Lakers, though. Their improved defense has helped them overcome some early injuries.
The shot's good from Jordan. And Clark in the Midwest, those Rockets are really making a push.
And they're doing it behind Hakeem Olajuwon. To me, he's the best center in the NBA. They certainly got a chance to give the Lakers a run for their money.
Oh, yeah.
And making his All-Star debut in his 3rd year in the league, Karl Malone, one of 4 players in the NBA, averaging over 20 points and 10 rebounds a game.
Jordan passes to Bird. And the officials call for a 3-second violation. Thomas checked in for Doc Rivers. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Johnson's checked in.
Ano na 3 seconds mo ito?
Wilkins against English. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Looking completely comfortable attacking from the inside. Alex English doing his thing.
Here's Jordan.
Alos.
That shot misses. The West trails by 5. English on the wing.
Ayaw na
The
nabantay.
pass to Johnson.
Ayaw ng double team tadli.
Back to English. Lever kicks to Malone. Jordan with some nice D. The East leading by 5.
Ang bantay ko.
Hoop. Can't get it to fall.
Ulo.
And Commissioner David Stern in the house tonight. Since taking over 4 years ago, he's done a remarkable job helping guide this league to new unprecedented heights.
Exactly. East with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And stolen.
Ay, na-stolen ko yun.
English outside.
9 ra.
Back to Johnson. And Isaiah Thomas picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. One thing the league has done since Commissioner Stern has taken over Clark is really marketing the league around its stars. And I like that type of strategy.
I agree with you, Kevin, wholeheartedly. And what better time to highlight those great stars than tonight? Amazing talent, compelling personalities. The league is certainly on a great trajectory.
It absolutely is. Now a timeout called by the East.
Looking to stop the bleeding and put an end to this run.
And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the East. 3-point lead.
Oy, pagtuong di
And the
ka
call
sunod.
on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon.
Wilkins gives you a lot of highlights, but this time showing you he can get gritty and get his hands dirty, absorbing the contact and still getting the shot in the air.
The West trails by 5. Outside lever. Pass to Olajuwon. Can't get that one to fall. Nice D from Malone. Jordan the pass to Bird. Back to Jordan. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Jordan. Michael Jordan showing the explosiveness that won in the dunk contest last night.
You know, this is why Moses Malone's teammates like playing with him, because when they're uncovered and open, he finds them.
Back to Johnson. He kicks to English.
Defense mo rin ako.
Down low.
Oy!
Falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
Boy, well done on that pass by Olajuwon. He's just a tremendous all-around
Apit ng
talent.
backcourt.
Here's Jordan. That one falls coming off of Thomas's feet.
Michael
Jordan's got 10
Jordan.
points now,
Jordan
just
na
in his
highlight
quarter.
You know,
play.
we see this a lot. Both teams running their game plans flawlessly. Players are so skilled and efficient at the offensive end.
Oh,
And
malo,
Isaiah
malo.
Thomas picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Drexler's checked in. Timeout call here by the East. They're going to talk it over.
They've literally been giving points away inside. I know Coach has something to say about that.
Nice.
Malone dishes to Drexler. Drexler glides with the greatest of ease. Thighs slamma jamma. And if there's a rival for the size and athleticism of Michael Jordan Clark, it might just be Clyde Drexler.
Look, may
I
trace
don't think
ba?
there's any question about it, Kevin. The Phi Slamma Jamma alum can take flight with the very best of them.
Then up.
Great athlete. Timeout called here. The West
I-
All-Stars decide to talk it over. Michael Jordan really making a difference here.
Boy, he's been killing them all night, and the defense looks like it's practically packed it in.
Levers checked in for Drexler. Malone left side.
Oy!
And the jam by Karl Malone.
And you know, before every game, Karl Malone calls his mother back in Summerfield, Louisiana, to ask what numbers he should shoot for. Tonight, she said go for 25 and 11. Boy, he's so crafty, Isaiah Thomas, and really unselfish. A pass-first point guard who knows exactly when one of his guys is open and how to get it to him.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Puts the
Nets!
Olajuwon finds Johnson. Off target from the baseline. And the clock is on their side right now.
Yeah, I think it's all about using as much time as possible at this point.
Bird against Johnson. From deep, Jordan.
Chop!
The West All-Stars pull it in.
Ayun.
He lobs it up.
Ah! Tagam!
So the ball is out of bounds. Wilkins touched it last.
Came close to picking that one off. Nice hustle defensively.
Kick-an man, kick-an.
And the West All-Stars have possession. 7-point differential. Here's Olajuwon.
Ayan.
Malone showing some nice activity at the defensive end of the floor. Outstanding hustle there.
And
Check
they call the
again.
foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Defensive foul.
How about that good look by Jordan on that one?
English. First personal foul. Third team foul.
Eh?
At the line for your East,
Oh.
Dominique Wilkins. Shooting 1.
Shooting one. Shooting one. Points. 10 na, 10. 10 na, 1 minute.
1:14 left to play in the final quarter.
Release. Rebound lang.
Johnson, the pass to Elijah-Wan. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Elijah-Wan's got 13 points here in the second half alone. The East leading by 8. Jordan finds Bird. Back to Jordan.
Ay!
Elijah-Wan with the rebound. English
Wala yan, no?
inside.
Wala.
Kareem Wilkins. And out of bounds. The East All-Stars will have it.
Out of bounds.
Thomas surveying the D.
Malone. Nice, Malone.
Malone's got the lead up to 10 now for the East All-Stars.
This was a no-doubter here, a no-brainer, complete domination in every facet of the game.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over.
Substitution on the
They're behind by 10.
42 seconds na lang.
There's 42 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
10.
And some changes here for the East. McHale comes in for Larry Bird. And Cheeks is subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. So an almost
Wow,
entirely
God,
new
bagay
lineup
mo.
for the West. Hamilton, he's checked in for Elijah. Worthy comes in for Malone. McDaniels checked in for English. And Aguirre's subbed in for Lever. And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
That's exactly what a team needs when they're playing from behind. Energetic defense.
And the West All-Stars have possession. High post, Johnson. Jordan on him.
Wala.
Offensive rebound.
Wala.
They shoot again.
Wala. Oh, palakan na lang ka.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Cheeks' shot is good. And Maurice Cheeks, Clark, the 6'1
Wala siya
playmaker for the Philadelphia
sana jump ball
76ers.
pero naka-lay
His
up pa.
third straight All-Star appearance, and he's had a total of 4 in his what looks
Chick
to be
yapon.
on the verge of a Hall
Chick.
of Fame career.
Go
What a
Chick.
terrific defender.
Yes, he is.
Go
Wilkins
Chick.
passes to
Yan na
Cheeks.
yan, Chick. Oh!
From Wilkins.
This run, it's a haymaker, a knockout play.
Okay.
And the Eastern All-Stars deliver.
Oh.
The favorites coming in. Clark, they did not disappoint.
Nice.
Yeah, you looked at
Nice,
this team on
nice.
paper and you saw
We're
they were
done
the
challenge
stronger
for-
team and should have been favored. But you still got to go out and prove it, and they did exactly that.
And so much scoring.
Thank
in
you,
that
guys.
one.
Salamat sa
My goodness, look at those
nagbuman
names.
sa
That's
atong
always
TV.
going to be tough to stop.
And you factor in the raucous crowd cheering on Michael Jordan, Kevin. No wonder they found that extra gear they needed
See you
when it was
next
time to get it done.
game.
That's a good point. This is
Hit
Kevin
like and
Harlan saying
subscribe.
thanks for tuning in.